Hey, heads up, our next patron hangout is Wednesday, the 26th of April at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And if you want to get in on that, head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns to find out how.
It's win-win right there.
That's a win. Everybody wins. Yeah. When dinosaurs fight spaceships, everybody wins. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Speaking of the future.
Yeah.
Josh Dyson sent us an
creator of the Dyson Sphere. He finally did it.
Finally did it.
He finally did it.
He finally sent us a story.
And now, finally got off his lazy ass and sent us a story instead of just working on spheres powered by suns.
Yeah. This is sent to the subreddit over there at wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. And this is a story about AR, augmented reality. And this is a story
like a Snapchat.
Like the Snapchat. Yeah, it really is.
Love a Snapchat.
It's inspired by the new Snapchat.
I really do love Snapchat.
What's it called? Realities or some shit?
Lenses.
Global lenses. Faces.
Yeah.
Snaps.
Yeah. You got
all
it, Dad.
That stuff. I'm hooked in. And you know, about what Facebook was talking about with their AR stuff, and everybody's got their eyes on the prize with AR. This specifically is discussing the idea of augmented reality makeup. So the idea here would be
like a Snapchat.
Like a Snaps.
Like when I go on the Snapchat and it makes my face look like a Harley Quinn.
Yeah, or you're a tiger. Maybe you want to be a tiger
or
today.
I'm a tiger. Or my favorite one is when it turns me into a fat widow angel.
A fat widow angel?
Sometimes they have one that turns you into a fat widow angel.
What?
And it's like, look at
that
me.
Sounds adorable.
Oh, God, I love Snapchat. I really do.
So what if we could do that?
Turn everybody into fat widow angels?
Just fat widow angel as far as you can see.
Oh, the world would be such a kinder place.
Well, I think that's what we're talking about. I mean, when everybody discusses AR, I think the first thing you think of is, oh, I'm going to see your, how I know you, and your Facebook profile is going to pop up in the view, and I'm going to see, your phone number and your stats and whether
like
I like
maps and stuff.
You're
thinking of actual useful AR.
First level bullshit.
Yeah.
That is so not what it's going to be.
It's going to be fat widow angels.
It's going to be fat widow angels as
all
far
the
as
way
the
down.
eye can see. And I am kind of, I'm kind of gone down the rabbit hole a little bit on this, because I think it harkens back to the first time we got social media, and everybody had their Facebook page, and it was, or a MySpace page, and it was MySpace GeoCity fucking chaos everywhere. Everywhere
when you were able to put in that custom HTML.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
It was animated. It was repetitive. It was insanity.
It was ugly, but I'll tell you this. I genuinely believe MySpace taught a lot of people to code.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I think a lot of people, sure, but a lot of people got started learning how to code, customizing their MySpace profile. They're like, I have to learn how to use div containers and like classes and things like that so I can get this bling that says badass motherfucker.
Yeah, so I can get that animated baby to keep animating.
Yeah.
But that's what it's going to be, man. You're going to put the goggles on, and for most people, for a short period of time, it's just going to be the most insane shit. Your worldview is going to be fat widow angels everywhere.
Oh, man, I can't wait. Like a Second Life.
Yeah.
Like when Second Life was huge, and it was just like, I'm going into Second Life, and everybody was like dragons with 80 dicks.
Yeah. Dragons with 80 dicks.
You're going to be walking around in the world, and you're going to look at somebody with your built-in AR lenses, because we're all going to be wearing them, and you're going to look at this guy named Dave, and Dave just looks like a dragon with 80 dicks in the Starbucks. He's
when
like,
Dave looks at you,
grande cappuccino for a dragon with 80 dicks? Is it you? Because I have 83 dick. How many dicks do you have?
I have 80 dicks.
80 dicks? Is that your
me.
cappuccino?
That's my cappuccino.
Extra foam?
Oh my God, this cappuccino has 14 dicks coming out of it.
That's me. I'm your friendly barista.
But see,
extra dicks.
I think that's the weird thing, though, is that for Dave, everybody's going to look like they have 80 dicks, but for the barista, it's going to be fat widow angels, because there's no common ground. What you see and what I see ain't going to be the same thing.
So the idea is, well, there are two different things, right? Like, I would like to think that AR will work in such a way. Well, number one, I'm fucking terrified when we finally do have a total overlay of reality. Like, I will go down that rabbit hole in just a moment.
Yeah.
But I would like to think that Dave can't make me a dragon with 80 dicks, but Dave will see me the way I choose to present myself.
What makes you think that? Dave puts the goggles on. The Snapchat filter comes on the thing that looks at the thing, not the thing that's being looked at.
But if we're all wearing the same technology and it's all talking to each other, I would like to think that I can be like, okay, well, I woke up and I don't want to put on real clothes and I'm having a shitty hair day and I don't feel super well. But when you look at me, I want other
people to see me this way.
Yeah, well, when you look at me, you're going to look at me and it's going to look like my headshot.
Yeah. I have a sinking suspicion that it will be, man, I really don't want to look at Anthony today. I'm gonna make him look like Angelina Jolie.
That's going to change our dynamic a lot.
A little bit. That's
going to change our dynamic a lot.
Yeah, and like circa 2002 Angelina Jolie.
Like a hackers Angelina Jolie. Like
the short do.
That's going to change our dynamic a lot, and I'm not going to like the way you talk to me.
I know, but it's going to be great for me.
So, I mean, what is the deal with this? Is this coming? Like what?
Yeah, I mean, the idea is that makeup in and of itself is already here. It's Sephora.
True.
Sephora. Have you seen makeup?
It's true. Have you seen makeup? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're aware of this, but these women, they're putting on makeup,
Anthony,
and they're lying to us about how they really look, said a 90s stand-up who deserves to be kicked in the face.
I got married.
Makeup is a lie.
And that first night, boy, did I have a surprise.
Oh, geez, I was like, where's my beautiful wife? If you've ever laughed at a joke like that or written a joke like that, I'm going to put you into an AR fire where you will burn forever.
That guy's just on fire constantly.
That guy's just constantly on fire because he deserves it. We
already have sort of virtual makeup. Sephora offers a thing, which is what this article really is focusing on.
Like a try-on?
Yeah. Where it's kind of a Snapchat
Warby
filter.
Parker does the same thing with glasses. I have my photo of my face and they're like, here's where these glasses look like.
Useful.
Yeah, it is useful. When I bought my Snapchat glasses, it shows you on the vending machine what you look like with the glasses on so you can pick a color.
Yeah.
It was pretty dope. And then it turned me into a fat widow angel.
It turned you into a fat widow angel?
And I loved it.
When I was a little kid, I would go to get my hair cut. And I would go, man, wouldn't it be great if I could just see what the haircut looked like before?
Yeah.
We're there. We're doing that.
Okay.
But the next level is everybody's got goggles. I don't even have to worry about doing the actual thing. I don't have to get the actual haircut. Everybody's just going to see that faux haircut.
Can we talk about? And I hate to bring it to this level from such a whimsical place of fat little angels so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a real thing where the disparity of wealth is going to change the fundamental experience of reality for people.
True that.
Because if we're all walking around and not only that, but it's going to disconnect us from the actual nature of reality. Because if we're walking around with these AR glasses, seeing this beautiful, everybody's presenting the way they want to be presented.
Right.
And then
or worse, everybody's presented the way I want them presented.
Yeah. And then we take off the glasses, or we can't afford the glasses, or we can't afford the software.
Yeah.
And we have to deal with the world the way it actually is.
Right.
And nobody else is actually dealing with reality.
And that's really what I want to talk about is...
Well, I don't want to, so I'm going to turn you into a fat widow angel.
No, I'm adorable.
And you're only going to say cool, fun things to me.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, fat little angel.
I'm here to make sure nothing bad ever happens to you.
Yeah, thank you. There's never going to be any income disparity in the future, is there, fat little angel?
Oh, not for you, because I'm your fat widow angel.
Yeah, everybody's going to be happy, aren't they?
Do you want some cake?
I would love cake.
I got more cake.
Yay! Meanwhile, on Jeff's end of the conversation,
Anthony, please stop shouting at me.
Stop
it. Anthony, just listen for 1 second.
Everybody's going to be happy.
No, the income disparity is a real problem,
There's not going to be income disparity for anyone.
That is a real thing that could happen. I've been thinking about this in the context of truth, right? Mm-hmm. Because we did a whole episode about fake news and the sort of death of objective truth. And we're in this weird place where people are choosing their own facts. But when you're able to actually choose even how you perceive the world or how others perceive you, if I want to live in a world of candy canes and rainbows all day long, I will be able to do that. Or let's just say I want only to see white people.
Yeah.
I mean, that gets real fucked up real
that's
fast.
somewhere that I figured we were going to go real fast.
I mean, I didn't really want to, but here we are.
Now. On one level here, on a cool kind of like Twilight Zone-ish level, on like there is something to be said about like giving somebody who is having trouble maybe with like hate crimes, maybe somebody who's a bad person.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool in sort of a VR therapy way to give them glasses that show everybody in a way that is amenable to them, and then slowly reintegrate that person into a place where they can see what those people really look like. You know what I mean?
Totally. There's I mean, it always comes back to Black Mirror, right? I guess spoilers for the Black Mirror Christmas episode from several years ago with John Hamm.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a thing where the punishment for a crime is that no one can actually see your face anymore.
Yeah.
Because they all have augmented reality goggles. It could be the same kind of thing where punishment for a crime is you have to see the world in a very specific way in order to put you in a headspace that's more amenable to society.
Yeah, which is spooks.
It's a little crazy pants.
That's like 100% spooks.
Yeah.
And also, like, if your crime is like bank robbery, does that mean you just don't see banks?
What if you don't see banks?
You just can't see banks, and then it's like you got to use that app on your phone where you take a picture of the checks, and it's always like, put it closer, drag it farther away.
Oh, that's the worst punishment of all.
And then you just can't, like, you can't deposit the check.
Yeah, 20 years to life.
Because you can't see banks.
Of using take a picture of your check apps.
Ugh.
The worst. That is above and beyond.
I believe Dante wrote about that in the Inferno.
It's one of the levels.
Yeah. There are useful and spooky ways to use this technology, just like all other technology. I am mostly spooked.
It's going to fundamentally change human interaction on a level we've never seen before.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, because everybody, like you said, thinks about the most immediately surfacey useful things, because right now we have these technologies that can only display information to us in a very kind of surfacey, useful way, right?
Right.
So I have my phone up on my little suction cup, and it's my GPS, and I can see weather, and I can see all this stuff. But we've never looked at a thing where, like, the road is correctly highlighted.
Right.
So I always know exactly where I'm going.
Which would be
right?
cool.
Which would be super cool. But, like, that's a big change. Like, we think about these surface level things, but what we're doing is we're changing the physical nature of reality.
Yeah.
And most of us don't, I mean, even me, we don't think about how deep that can go.
It's going to go real deep,
It's going to go super deep.
What if I just want to see everybody as naked all the time? What if...
That's pretty cool.
That would be rad, right?
Yeah.
What if I want to go out on a date and I want to go out on a date with Jennifer Aniston?
Like every time?
Every time. It's
and it's
Jennifer
just like
Aniston.
which Jennifer Aniston has the personality that you enjoy.
It all looks
it's
like Jennifer Aniston
all the way down, man.
Yeah.
But after your first kiss, is the spell broken and the goggles turn off and you see what your Jennifer Aniston truly looks like?
Oh, and then we learn a lesson.
Because here's the thing. As much as it's like, ew, gross, what's dating going to be like when I can make everybody look exactly how I want? Well, dating's going to be pretty fast and loose and whatever. But like once you get into a relationship with somebody, the goggles have to recharge.
Yeah.
Things come off at night.
And we're back to our...
And then this stand-up comic comes out and he's like, let me tell you something. First time I took my goggles off in front of my wife, I was like, what? These women is lying to us.
The 2190s are so lame for stand-up.
Wide ties come back.
Yeah.
Wide ties and hilarious sexist.
Actually, we don't
jokes.
It probably won't even be 2190. It would be 2090. Like this is going to happen fast.
It's going to happen so fast.
What would you want? Would you be in for fucking with your reality on a daily basis, like just accepting a different reality as constant?
One of my favorite first apps that ever came out for the iPhone was an app called RJDJ. I don't know if you remember this. Some people might remember this, but the deal was you downloaded RJDJ. You had headphones for the first time that were headphones and a microphone.
What?
Right? Remember, like that was a huge deal.
Crazy.
And so you're walking around with headphones and a microphone. The phone is listening to the environment around you, and you choose these soundscapes. So you're not hearing the soundscape of the city. You're hearing the phone take the sounds of the city around you and translate them into a different audio environment.
I'm going to guess that didn't work out too well.
No, some of them were really great.
Really?
Like some of them like would turn it into like a very industrial drum and bass. Some of them would turn it into like a very kind of synth pads and choirs and things like that. Like make it into a very kind of like spacey new age thing.
And the sounds of fat widow angels.
And the sounds of a choir of fat widow angels. But for a very long time, I would really love taking walks in New York with these changes on. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
And so to a certain extent, like, yeah, I love the idea of like, as long as I'm still safe, as long as I still see crosswalks, I see walls and doors and people. If I can change them visually into some sort of like reactive, like audio visual environment.
Oh, like a psychedelic mind trip kind of journey down the road. Yeah.
That would be kind of cool, right?
That would be super cool.
I would fuck with and then on that base level, I'm good with faces, bad with names. I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
And if I get your name, I get it the first time. And if I don't, it's like I could go 3 years and run into you and just be like, shit, I still don't know this guy's name. But I know I've met him 15 times. I know every place I've ever met him. I know exactly what was going on, and I just don't have his name.
Right.
That popping up when I run into somebody, super nice to me.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is cool. It's the spooky socio-political and economic stuff that I'm worried about,
Yeah, but I don't think that there's a clear delineation line between that. You can't have one without the other.
Absolutely,
it's just all going to happen.
Yep.
And I also feel like, my problem is I do think all this stuff is fucking cool.
Yeah.
I do want to see it.
Well, that's the trick. It all comes to us looking as something that's fucking cool.
Right.
That's how it comes. It looks like a toy. It looks like a game. It looks like fun. And then it turns into, oh, there's a potential. Not only am I eliminating reality, but perhaps there are some other agencies and elements that have control over what I see and hear and think. Like Facebook algorithms and things like that.
Yeah. Once I put reality in the hands of somebody else, what have I done?
How many years away do you think we are from something like this?
I think it could
10?
happen in our lifetime for sure.
I think maybe 10 to 15.
That short?
I think so. I think the trick will be...
I mean, it's happening very quickly.
Once HoloLens comes out, that's going to be the first gen, but it's basically like, hey, first thing we got to do is we got to get clear screens that are bright enough with high enough fidelity to project these things in the world around us. Put them in glasses, put them in lenses.
Right.
Then we want them in contact lenses.
See, now that's the thing. When everybody doesn't have to wear bulky headsets that you have to recharge, if we can figure out a way where we can just wear them all the time and not think about it, then it becomes this constant.
15 years, maybe 20 years.
Oh, man. That is crazy. That means my kid, when he's 20, like, what the fuck is that life about?
Yeah.
But there is no objective truth. It is only the world is what you make of it.
Yeah.
Reality is what you craft or has been crafted for you.
Suddenly, every Successories poster is turned into a dooming curse.
A dooming curse poster?
Yeah, it's just like, reality is what you make of it, with a kitten with AR goggles seeing everybody as a white person.
Yeah. That fucking racist kitten. I hate that.
I hate that racist kitten. Almost
Maybe
as much as I hate gymnasts.
Oh, man. Don't get me started.
Tell me, I'm a gymnast. I can do a triple side, I can do triple front flip.
On the pommel horse.
I can't wait until I have these lenses and I can't see any gymnasts.
Well, that would be a good thing. If you could just erase gymnasts
from your mouth to God's ears. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about this? Is this a technology that spooks you? Do you think much about it? Do you want it right now?
Are you in?
Because I'm 50-50 right now. Nah, I'm 70-30. I'll be real. I'm 70-30.
I'm going to be an early adopter, and then I'm going to rail against all of the dicks that I keep seeing everywhere.
Yeah.
Because people are going to put dicks everywhere.
How do you feel about this? Let us know on Twitter. I'm at ACarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And you can hashtag that one.
Fat Widow Angel.
Fat Widow Angel. That's WIDDLE. You got to spell it cute or it doesn't get through. And hey, if you're enjoying the show and you want to talk to other people who are enjoying the show, there are a couple great ways to do that. The first is the subreddit that Jeff mentioned at the beginning of the episode. That's wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. The second one is our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/we have concerns.
Facebook became second now?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
There's no third.
Come to the group and find out what that means.